I'm ready.
Wait, it's out of focus. What does it say?
It's the Hulk. Hulk. Cucumber, spinach, lemon, and apple.
And you're double
I got a
fisting.
big day today. What did we get to eat? I'm not too hungry, so we're gonna share. Salmon, tomato, cream cheese on an everything bagel. I got a big day. I'm gonna try some weightlifting stuff. Haven't done it in a very long time. I'm not a complete beginner, but it's been about a year. But I've watched a lot of weightlifting, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna make me stronger than I've ever been.
Okay.
What you got there?
Monster. We're sponsored now, so.
Yeah, right. No, we're going Red Bull when we get you snowboard sponsored.
We got, what is it? It's My Protein Tropical Storm BCAAs.
Nice.
And,
And you know you can buy the Strong Friends white tea and the shaker cup. There's a ton of shaker cups left if you guys want to buy this. Hello my Strong Friends. Ryan just reminded me that I haven't said it yet. As you can tell from the title of this video, me, a power lifter, is going to try a more refined sport.
a gentleman's sport.
Weightlifting. The difference between powerlifting and weightlifting is pretty clear. Powerlifting, you squat, bench, dead.
Spend a third of your time lying down.
This is true. And weightlifting, you do only two movements, snatch and clean and jerk, where they're both overhead. So weightlifting, you end up here with a barbell over your head. Powerlifting, not at all. Luckily, we are blessed to have a very great friend named Adam Kozna, and he, along with some other friends that are going to be here, are prepping for American Open. So this is 2016 American Open now. Oh yeah, last year we were there.
We filmed it.
Yeah, and we filmed a video, so if you guys want to check that out and learn some more about Adam, you can do that. Speaking of the handsome devil, can you teach me how to lift today?
We'll try to.
It's gonna be
too
real.
much of a power lifter, we'll see.
Get some low bar snatches in.
Yeah, low bar, you know, a little bit.
More hip thrust.
So full disclaimer, I used to do CrossFit. So when I did CrossFit, I was snatching and clean and jerking often, maybe once or twice a week, often.
Yeah, anyone
consistently.
that watches your video, they know that you're actually a decent weightlifter.
Yeah. I haven't weightlifted, trained it in a long time. So today we're gonna work on my form. I'm gonna show you and talk about, you know, the differences between the two. And yeah, we'll see. I'm a little nervous. My best numbers ever are, I think I've snatched 145 pounds and I've power cleaned once, didn't go overhead, but power cleaned 185. Compared to my actual strength, not great numbers. What do you think? Am I a great weightlifter, yes or no?
You're good at everything.
We got Adam a gift for thanking him for teaching us and being our friend.
Much swag. This will go really, really great with some jorts, you know? Jerk, and I just tear it open. Freaking seams right open.
Since you're a true American competitor. All right, first thing, we're gonna get a barbell. Usually I use a barbell that looks something like this. Because I'm a powerlifter, there's no specific bar that distinguishes the men's bars from the women's bars. But weightlifting, since your hand size has a lot to do with you getting the barbell overhead, women will use a 25 millimeter and it's a 15 kilo barbell. Whereas men use a 28 diameter, or 28 millimeter barbell, and it is 20 kilos. Today I'm gonna use a bit smaller barbell, which is nice because it's easy to hold. I have huge hands.
Yeah, you can wrap your meat paws around it like 3 times.
It doesn't even matter for me, to be honest. One time, when I was in CrossFit, I got very mad at a fellow CrossFitter because he was using a women's barbell. All right, warming up for weightlifters. What are you doing?
Getting ready. I am using voodoo floss right now to get my ankles all.
Get them loosey-goosey?
Loosey-goosey. I usually go ankles and shoulders. That's like usually the two go-to mobility things. Do a lot of band distractions and things to kind of open up, because obviously in the overhead, you want to have all this nice and loose so you can stay nice and upright, right?
Yeah. Adam, am I warming up okay?
Yeah, it's not bad, you know.
For weightlifting?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta get jacked first. So, I don't know, I mean, I guess a lot of your viewers are probably powerlifters and stuff. The thing about Olympic weightlifting, it's all explosive, super explosive movements, right? So the snatch is just getting the bar from ground to overhead in one fluid motion. So a lot of people use the cue that you're jumping with the bar, right? You're one with the bar, pulling it up as high as you can and snapping underneath, right? So the positions are a little bit different from the deadlift, which I'll explain a little bit when I'm helping you out, but this is basically how it's gonna look. Starting off the ground, right? Chest is higher up than a deadlift normally is. You're coming up through the legs into this power position, right? And then you're essentially extending up, some would say jumping up with the bar and following through, keeping the bar as close to your body as you possibly can, and then jumping underneath the bar, pulling yourself under the bar to get into position. So I'll do
and that's in all one movement.
All in one movement. So that's why it takes people sometimes 6 months to a year just to get competent with the movement itself, because there's so much involved. So this is kind of just how regular snatch would look. Right, and you're catching it in the bottom with the bar overhead, no pressing out, one fluid movement with extended arms. So it's kind of.
And then you have to stand up with it, don't you?
You gotta stand up and get the down signal and then throw the bar down.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of in a nutshell. You know, that's what takes people 6 months to become proficient with. But
let's see if I can do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Am I an athlete or what? So you guys just saw me practicing with an empty barbell from the floor. The start position from the floor will be definitely different than a start position with a loaded barbell. So if you're super strong and you can't just throw 25 pounds on each side, you can get these training plates, and CrossFit Spot has these hooked up. So these are super light, it's just 5 kilos and 2.5 kilos, so that you can practice with a light weight, simulating a loaded barbell. You can still train some of these movements as a beginner. You don't have to hop right in and throw 10 kilos on each side or 20 kilos on each side. You can work your way up if you have the proper equipment. So I'm gonna throw it on there and see what happens. This is our other very strong weightlifting friend, Frankie. And he's also competing in American Open.
Yes.
What weight class are you in?
85 kilo.
And
How many freedom units?
Do I stare at you or do I stare at
stare at the camera, yeah. The internet.
All right, 85 kilo. What's the next question?
Can you teach me how to weightlift today?
Easily.
And we have a gift for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, thank you. You're officially our strong friend. I'm gonna have Adam teach me the snatch, and then Frankie will be so kind enough to teach me the clean and jerk.
Yes.
What's your favorite lift, though?
Ooh, okay. I would say my favorite lift depends on what I'm doing. In training, see, here's the thing. In training, I'm gonna go with not my weaker lift, but like the snatch is a thick one. I like the clean jerk because there's more room for error, so you can just freaking just go. But the snatch is more like finesse. So that's a training. Yeah, you gotta train that. That's like a kind of like training aspect of the finesse of the snatch. But
okay.
Clean and jerk because like you can kind of not be so perfect and get away.
Right.
With it, so.
It's why everyone's favorite movement is the deadlift.
Why is that? Why is that like that? Yeah, I guess
because
you just pick it up.
Because it's heavier and you just pick it up.
Yeah. It's kind of harder when you're really like.
I'm gonna do it like Frankie, but better.
Jesus. Is that what coach prescribed?
Yeah, that's part of the complex. You gotta be jacked.
Frankie, can I wear this while I'm lifting? Why not? Too thick?
Yeah.
Just like you, Megan.
Actually, I'm trying to think. This is
4 inches is not.
this one might be good.
This is 4
It
inches.
looks thick as shit.
This is a 10 millimeter, 4 inch
I don't think it's a
fuchsia.
There's a rule on
like not. I think
yeah.
But would I want to even use this snatching?
At this
I
one.
use the Valerio belt. I find it a little more flexible.
All right, let's compare my powerlifting belt
I got a
with your
harvest
weightlifting
somewhere.
belt. Here's the difference.
So on like a stiffness test, I can probably just
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
squish that through.
Can't do
Nope.
that. This brand was my first belt when I even started just lifting in general, powerlifting even. Usually I tell people to start with like a hard brand because it's so cheap and easy. This is when you're decided to be not natty anymore and to really upgrade. I would say since the nature of the movement, you really wouldn't want this much.
Like with something like this, I would feel like the lift is more dynamic, and you know, like where like if you're squatting or deadlifting, you know, you're kind of just going in one direction, but essentially it's more controlled. Where when you're moving, it's a little more like you can be a little free to move, and I would feel like it's a little constricting. I would find it to be. So for a while, I didn't snatch with the belt. I only clean jerk with the belt.
Yeah,
but now
because I feel like a lot of people do that.
yeah, but I saw some people snatching with the belt, and I liked it, but like I said, because this one's a little more like mobile, it more just like keeps a little bit tight. Yeah,
Just helps you breathe and stiffen into it through the pole, I guess.
right. It's not tight. It'll move a little bit.
Yeah.
So it'll give you that little like support, but it won't like get in the way.
And what's your all-time best snatch?
I do. You do?
What's your best snatch, Frankie?
best snatch competition or training?
Any variation, block, whatever.
In competition, 151 kilos. So
That's like 333, 332.
Yes. You heard that right, kids. Yes, correct.
That's like Megan's deadlift.
Most people are surprised because I remember I was doing a seminar one time, and I guess friends of mine have been, oh, you should work with this guy Frank. Like he clean jerks 20 pounds, and I come in like, hey, I'm Frank, and like, you're Frank? Like, because I think a little unassuming. As you can see, it's not.
Well, because you were 94 for a while too, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
So now, and so you cut down when the past 2 years or something like that, right?
Yeah, I was 85 for most of my lifting, then I tried to go to 94, didn't really put on the weight I wanted to, or didn't seem to really translate as well as I wanted it to. So I went back down. Honestly, when I did my best lifting, I was just a little over 85. So when I did like 150, had to meet where I did 150, 180 kilos.
So that the 180 kilos, that's 396 pounds.
Right, just shy of 400.
Also better than Megan's all-time deadlift, and he's throwing that overhead. It's fine. It's fine.
At that meet, I weighed like 86.4. So it was national, so it was a good meet.
That is a very good meet.
It was a good meet. That's my best place, and that's where I got second. So that was like my best.
A national medalist, ladies and gentlemen. Strong, strong friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, the last one, the first one from the floor, you were actually shoulders a little bit behind the bar. So you notice that you caught it like along your toes?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the bar comes out. So like part of the reason you want to bar, one of the reasons, is that when you're coming over the bar comes to the midline a little more. If you pull a little bit more like this, your knees a lot of times, you're end up pulling with your back more than using your legs. So by nature, the bar will come outside your midline. Therefore, make it harder to throw from there. Because again, the more stable you are, the stronger you're going to be. You know what I mean? And the more the more the bar is outside your midline, the less stable you're going to be. The setup, the bar in the setup, the bar will typically come in at, from the floor. So a lot of times you have like a flattened S curve, but the bar will come in. So like you don't want to start with like your butt up and like everything, like if you put your butt up for a second, like you don't want it to start in the midline. That's what you want. You want to start with your knees bent, and the bar will come into the midline as you extend the legs. So you just generally like I like the cue simplistic. It's just keeping the shoulders directly over the bar.
Okay.
As long as the shoulders stay over the bar, to me it's more of an indicator that you're using your legs. Because to the extent that the shoulders start moving, that means that you're now kind of resorting to more your back instead of consistently using your legs to come up.
I mean, sometimes Megan usually keeps her shoulders over the bar, but her feet are out like.
Around here. My last complex, I watched the video. I didn't love it, so I'm gonna try to do another one to show you that I can be better, right? I can do better. Can't really articulate what I did wrong, but I know that I didn't love it.
Come on, man. How do you feel?
That was the last one. I think I'm pretty much a master. I'm ready to sign up for American Open 2017. I'll see you there, Kristen Pope. If I can make it. Alright guys, this video is super long, I realize, so I'm gonna split up my weightlifting journey into 2 videos. This was the snatch, next will be the clean and jerk. That one's more fun because I think you can lift more during it. So we'll see how I do. I think I like the snatch more though. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Are you a weightlifter? Have you ever weightlifted before? Do you think my form was really bad? If so, don't comment it because no one likes a hater. Make sure you keep an eye out. We're gonna be following these 2 to the American Open, and that is in December. So we'll be in Orlando, Florida. It's the American Open for weightlifting and powerlifting, USAPL powerlifting. So let me know if you're gonna be there, because we're gonna be there watching all the lifts. Bye!
It throws off my tightness. And a fart like in the middle of a squat is like, it's just sounds weird.
Yeah. It
Sounds like something ripped.
Yeah.
And nobody knows what it is really.
I gotta say, it throws you off. I only have one time, like one time it's really happened, I just pretend.